Studios Hollywood. I'm Kid Hoover with Scott Evans. Mario is off today, and I've got some exciting news to share with everyone.
What's that?
Scott's YouTube series House Guest just nominated for a Webby Award. This is huge. We have people everywhere we go stop us saying they want to come on your show, House Guest. If you haven't seen it on YouTube, explain what it is.
Okay, so House Guest really is about just what happens when you recreate the vibe of having your really good friends over. You catch up, you have a good time, you maybe make a drink, have some food, and share about what's happening in your life. And so it does feel like our viewers feel like they are the other chair at the table, the other chair at the bar, and are playing the games along with us. It has been an incredible ride. We launched last Juneteenth. This Juneteenth will mark 1 year, and it's been an incredible experience.
Can we talk about your fashion?
Yeah, hey girl, listen, one thing you know about me is I'm gonna turn it on. We're gonna put the thing, look, you got glasses and everything. It's like one part Barefoot Contessa meets Arsenio Hall. You know what I mean? We wanted to flip late night on its head, but I also wanted to like show that I cook, I make things, and I'm crafty. You know, I'm like Meghan Markle, but like not a duchess.
Also, it's at your backyard. As you mentioned, it's been almost a year since you launched the show. In honor of that, we're gonna look back at some of your favorite House Guest moments, some of ours. Who should we kick things off with?
Okay, let's kick off things with one of my most recent guests, Bob the Drag Queen. Okay, so they won RuPaul's Drag Race and then appeared on season 3 of Traitors. Unfortunately, were eliminated pretty early in the 4th episode, but remains one of the fans' favorites. Bob shared with me this hilarious story, Kit.
I love Bob.
He was at a party. They were at a party with Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
And got it really, really wrong. Take a look.
Tell me.
I was once at a party that Charlize Theron invited me to.
Okay.
And we were just talking, and then she pointed at a group of women, and she goes, "That's my mom." And I said, "Oh my God, that's your mom?" She goes, "Yep, that's my mom. She looks like you're the same age. You look the same age." She was like, "What?" I was like, "You look your mom and you look the same age." She was like, "What are you?" She goes, "Okay." And then she goes, she's mom, and she calls her mom over, and a different woman walks forward, who indeed looks like her mother. A woman who certainly looks a solid 20 to 30 years old.
Oh, you're like, oh, this is
I
not
thought she was pointing at a different woman. So now what am I gonna do? Now her mom's walking up to me. Am I gonna go, no, not you.
Not you.
You do look older than her.
You do look like a mother.
Yeah, you look like a mother. He was like, so Bob goes, "I'm not gonna tell Charlize Theron, yeah, your mom looks," and so when he was leaving, she finally does walk up and she's like, "Yeah, I thought that woman was your mother." It was so funny.
Oh, that's great. Well,
this is Charlize's actual mom, who still looks like a very young mom.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot of power right there.
You know?
Well, one of my favorite episodes was when Tika Sumpter was on.
Yes.
And the conversation turned to kids on airplanes.
Oh,
and this clip went super viral. Roll it.
I'm gonna tell you, I was flying back to LA from the Super Bowl.
Oh, Lord.
And I feel so bad because the parents be knowing.
They be and they feel
horrible.
I'm telling you.
She was unbothered.
No, nowadays they are.
The entire
Oh, it was crazy.
72 hours we were on this plane. This baby cried, screamed. After the 3rd hour, I looked back. I didn't even know I did it. It wasn't until I laid eyes on them, I was like, "Did you just turn around and look at these people? What you gonna do now?" I turned around, I was like, you know the dude on Instagram, I think he's Brazilian, he was like,
Yeah.
I was chewing gum, we didn't even have no gum. Meanwhile, the baby is like this. Not one tear, just. I was like, enough.
Let me give you the perspective.
Give your mama a break.
Let me give you the perspective. Let me give you the perspective of a parent. We know that when we walk on that plane with that little baby, everybody's like, "Please don't sit next to me."
When I tell you I was praying, I said, "Jesus, if you real."
You will protect me from this baby. She said right behind me. I was like, dang.
Listen, I can't wait. You've talked about possibly wanting kids. I can't wait. I've been on the plane with a baby under each arm, so I've been the other way, and you know it. And babies are just gonna cry.
They're gonna cry,
and their ears hurt on the plane.
Oh.
Now I'm known. I would have been the one that would have taken that baby front and said, "Let me just walk that baby around for a minute." Like I try to help.
Here's the thing. When we landed, literally, we touched down. The baby goes from to plane, plane. Oh, plane. I was like, nah, you got jokes. That's what you got, little baby. Get him out of here.
That's so
I mean,
great.
this is that's the fun kind of conversations that we're having on House Guest. We also play a game every episode, and so with Tay Diggs, when he stopped by, I broke out some props, and
I like a prop.
As an acting coach he is, I figured we'd jump into a little improv. Almost lost Tay Diggs, y'all. Check this out.
Listen, you're overreacting, all right? You look totally fine in the picture. I'm not taking it down. Don't make a scene.
Don't tell me not to make a scene. Look at how I look here.
Yeah, great.
Does that look like there?
Well, you know.
You're supposed to call me first.
The problem is.
Did you just laugh at me?
This is what you look like. This is the
That
same.
is not what I look like.
Yes.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Does this look like that?
Yeah, sometimes your eye goes a little bit that way. You know?
Why would you think I would want to?
We love you either way.
Lorraine.
Yeah, come
Laurent,
on.
come here.
Will you tell, don't he always look like this? Don't he always look like this?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. We almost lost Tay Diggs. We almost lost him in the pool. Oh my God.
Literally almost lost Tay Diggs into the pool. My whole life flashed before my eyes, and I was like, do we have enough insurance on these shoots? If that man goes in this pool and loses his life, what do I say? What do I tell his children?
Tell me about the wigs.
Okay, so I probably should have said this before we went into the improv. So it was an improv game with these different scenarios where you pick up with the line, don't make a scene, right? So whatever the situation was. And his particular one was a friend that is fed up with how he always looks in the group shot.
Yep.
Because you know.
That's always me.
Kid.
No,
you have literally never taken a bad picture in your entire life.
How many of you seen where everybody looks good and I'm jacked up on the end? Continue.
No. I send my jacked up photos to Kit. I'm like, why would they tag me in this? There is one photo where you literally cannot see my face, and I'm right next to him. I'm like this, and she tagged me in it. I said, why would you tag me in this? It was terrible.
Tay Diggs, everybody has so much fun when they
Yes.
come to your house. Is there something about being at your home that everybody relaxes a little more?
It's really cool. They don't come with their publicists. They don't come with their team. Every once in a while, people will come with like a makeup artist, that kind of thing. But Megan Good came, and it was literally just her. We talked about her relationship and her wanting to be a mom right after her engagement. Now, apparently, marriage. It is just a really, really good time. And it's unlike any other show that's out there.
That's why it's up for an award. By the way, Cynthia Erivo, without a doubt, the biggest movie of the year, of course, was Wicked. Cynthia Erivo went to Scott's house, did not leave. She might still be there now.
It's
how
true.
much she loves you and had so much fun.
Yeah, she's my roommate. I don't know if you knew that. No, but in fact, when she called me in February, we started this show in June. She called me in February and she said, I've marked every moment, every big level of my career, every major move of my career with a meaningful conversation with you. And I don't want Wicked to be any different. And I want something in depth. I want like time with you. And we were still developing House Guests. And at that point, I looked at my partner and I was like, listen, we got to do this now. Like, what are we waiting on? And we just started doing the show so that by the time she was ready to come on, we had an established thing. We knew what we were doing. And I mean, her episode is definitely by far one of everybody's favorites. It's one that people come to me time and time and time again. And we got into not only our friendship and her friendship with Ariana Grande, but we talked about, you know, like, see, like you're eating a fruit, piece of kiwi.
Yep.
I didn't know you weren't supposed to just take a bite out of the kiwi.
With the skin? The furry skin?
Okay, watch this.
I want my pear to be like crunchy.
I want almost everything to be like that.
That's what I want. I do not like a furry apple.
A what?
When an apple gets soft on the inside.
Did you just say a furry apple?
Because that's the texture. It's like fur.
I've never thought about it being furry.
It's horrible.
You might have just.
That's exactly what it is.
Thank you for that. But also,
I'm so sorry.
it's like a hard
It's like-
spit out of your mouth. Furry apple.
I don't-
It's why I can't eat kiwi.
Oh. The kiwi's different to a soft apple.
It's literally got hair on the outside.
You can't eat the hair on the outside. You're
What do
supposed
you
to
mean?
peel it and eat the inside. You're not supposed to eat the outside.
Well,
Scott, have you been eating the outside of a kiwi?
So you don't bite into a kiwi like an apple?
You do not bite into a kiwi like an apple. You take the top of the kiwi off and you eat the inside of the kiwi. This is why you've had some issues with the kiwi.
That would make a lot more sense.
You have lived your life eating kiwis like apples?
I've lived my life not eating much kiwi because I didn't want to bite into the hairy kiwi.
Can I just tell you, she rolled her head back at me like that several times in this episode. There was a situation between like the pronunciation that British people have with like G's and H's,
Yeah.
right? Jicama.
Yeah.
Did you know that that's spelled with a J?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I thought it was an H because it's jicama.
Jicama.
No,
Yeah.
I thought it was.
But it's not jicama.
It's this jicama.
No.
That is clearly jicama.
Jicama, you would eat the jicama,
Well,
spelled with the J.
so
By
I
the way,
didn't-
what a great interview. Like what you and Cynthia have this relationship. I love what she said, that you're always there for her big moments. Throughout the years that I've known you, to watch you two grow together is incredible.
It has been, I mean, I remember seeing her
best
on
interviewer.
Broadway in Color Purple, and it has been on ever since.
Now back to this.
So
Does anybody
apparently-
else in the world eat a bite out of this?
No, go to my comments. There are a whole bunch of people who are like, you just bite into a kiwi. Go ahead, take a bite.
Okay, let me take a bite.
Take a bite.
I kind of like it with the skin.
You would.
It's kind of crunchy.
You would.
I like that.
But you also run miles for fun. You know what I mean? Like, I'm
But
not.
wait, so you dig it out.
Apparently
But now
you're
the
supposed to
skin's
eat it
not
like
bad.
this.
It's like a furry pear.
Okay, so while we're talking food, it was actually a conversation about those famous Hailey Bieber smoothies with Erwan that really kicked things off for House Guests. It was like our first viral moment. I'm so grateful to comedian Kevin Fredericks, known as Kev on Stage
Yes.
on Instagram, to be my very first guest. He helped me set the tone for this show. I'm
And
forever
Hailey
indebted to-
Bieber retweeted this.
Yeah, she was like, you guys have made my day. So we've got the invite out to Hailey to come to the house and make this movie
Come
with
on,
us.
Hailey.
But until then, take a look at this.
Can I be honest with something about Air One? Can I say something and there won't be no judgment?
I mean, it's a safe place. Say what
it?
you need to. Get it off your chest. I can tell you've been holding on to this for a
I
while.
have. I don't know much about her outside of this. But Hailey Bieber got a smoothie at Air One that is out of this world.
When I tell you, I had to set the stuff down. When I tell you it was the best $27 I have ever spent on one beverage, that I spent $32.25 on a medium. On a medium, Kev.
This thing is a half a tank of gas.
Bruh.
But you did your thing, Sister Bieber.
I'm gonna tell you, I walked out of that one, I was like, is my skin actually glowing?
It is so good, though.
Is this the dew they talk about?
It was so expensive. I was like, at this price, I have to try it because they put that on there and said that's the price.
Somebody gonna do it.
So, and I clicked it, and when I tell you, I said, Hailey, girl, I don't know much about you, but I know enough.
You know, I know you a winner.
I know you know your way about that blender.
Know your way about that blender.
That blender. By the way, is it Erwan? You say Erwan.
It ain't a real word, girl. You say it however you want to say it. One, where one, there, where, who. Exactly.
By the way, that video has over 50 million. You can watch all episodes of House Guests on Scott's YouTube channel right now with new episodes to come.